In this video, I'm going to be driving the AMX 30B, which is a tier 10 French medium tank. Also, if you end up liking this video, consider subscribing because it's free and it helps out the channel a ton. So, this is an older replay of the AMX 30B, but pretty much nothing's changed on the AMX 30B, so it should be quite good. So, let's talk about this tank. The tank has like one of the highest shell velocities in World War II. It has a 1,525 meters per second. So basically, it is very good at snapshotting shots. Also, its accuracy is a pretty good one at .32 with an aim time of 2 seconds. And yeah, even your heat round actually has a pretty good velocity at 1,000 meters per second. Your mobility is great. 65 forward, 23 reverse, and a power to weight ratio of 20. Your range is 410, so you can definitely spot for yourself. There's the M60. Also, it may be... So, the 30B. The gun is a 105mm caliber gun. Does 390 damage per shot with a DPM of 2,629. But let's talk about the armor. Maybe like, oh, this is just a lightly armored tank that has like no armor. Well, you would be correct on the hull armor, because the maximum amount of armor on the hull armor on the front, it's 55. But this tank does get turret armor. The turret armor is pretty nice. It's 240 on the front of its turret. And yeah, you may think, and it's like, okay, cool. But isn't there like a giant cupola? Yes, there's a giant cupola on this tank that's very weak. But if you like jolt back and forth, they won't hit it. But if they hit your main armor of your gun mantlet, then you're going to actually be able to go hold down in this tank. Believe it or not, as long as they don't aim for your cupola, with your 8 degrees of gun depression. Now, I've always loved the 30B. The 30B is just one of the fantastic tanks. The 30B, I think I got the AMX... Yeah, I definitely got the AMX 30B before I even got the Bat Chat. I was like, oh, I'm going for the AMX 30B. Then I'll go get the Bat Chat. Also, fun fact, I can reverse faster than a mouse. And the mouse tried to pin me, but also just ricocheted off my turret with my turret armor. Now, let's talk about like cruise skills and equipment that I have set up on this tank. I have the powertrain, stabilizers, and coated optics. My skills are Born Leader, Deadeye, Rapid Loading, Muffle Shot, Camouflage Expertise, Snapshot, Green Thumb, Sixth Sense, and Situational Awareness. And notice I didn't say Steady Aim, but I did say Snapshot, because with the stabilizer, this tank already gets a really good accuracy at .24. I was like, I'll just change the accuracy during rotation, so it's during turret rotation, so it's even better at snapshotting with that 1,500 meters per second velocity. I didn't think you would need Iron Mace, because the Iron Mace, you could go for Iron Mace if you really want to. You got an APCR round, so it loses shell velocity faster than... It loses penetration over distance faster than AP rounds. But 100 meters to 500 meters, you only lose 9 millimeters, which it isn't the biggest a deal. Your penetration is 255 on your standard and 310 on your premium. Also, your premium's heat round, so you can always snipe with heat rounds. And they have a really good shell velocity also. So, this has been a really nice match for this tank. Very easy. Won this left flank. And yeah, blocked 1,270 damage, dealt 5,410. 1,053. This tank is really good, and not a lot of people know how good the AMX 30B is. They look at the, oh, it's a lightly armored tank. It doesn't have they compare it to the Leopard 1 for the accuracy, because that's another lightly armored tank. But the Leopard 1 cannot go hull down and actually survive it and bounce all the shots. It doesn't. The 30B doesn't have the best DPM. It doesn't have the best penetration, but it has the things going for it that do matter. It also doesn't have the best accuracy of the lightly armored medium tanks, but it brings to the table turret armor with a giant weak point and with really good shell velocity, really good at snapshotting your tank. Which the 30B is just a fun tank. Pick it up. It's great. The AMX 30 is great too. You're on the batch actuality anyway. Should get it. Anyway, that's it for this video. Remember, like, comment, subscribe. Also, remember, SLAPAFISH, because why would not? And peace out. See ya.